Hello,
Hello,
I'm Brittany,
and I'm Brad.
and we are Virtual AudioShelf.
I need to take a drink.
Uh-huh. I don't know where mine went. Oh.
I am so excited about today's episode because this is the perfect combination of what to do in quarantine.
Which is where we currently are for the unforeseeable future.
Yes. So tell them what we're doing, Britt.
Okay, well, I mean, it was your idea, so do you want to tell them what we're doing?
Sure. So,
You can't pass the buck to me, okay, boy?
so what we're doing is we are basically watching a lot of TV, and we want to say like, hey, our TV shows that we're watching now and movies, because there's a lot of movies we're watching too, they are going to pick our next reads. Or we're going to give suggestions based upon those TV shows and movies.
Yes. I think
Did I do it right?
Yes, you did. And I think I am leaning more towards the recommending things, because there's also only one book that I haven't read on my list that I just did like a quick Google search on like Barnes and Noble that I was like, oh, we need to get that.
Ooh,
and I cannot wait to share that.
Okay.
So do you want to go first?
Yeah, so I have two that I'm going to be recommending and then two that I'm going to be putting on my TBR.
Okay.
So it's kind of even. So the first TV show that I'm watching that I'm obsessed with, and you are obsessed with this as well, and everyone in the world should be obsessed with this TV show, is called Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Oh, yeah.
It is phenomenal.
So good. Oh my God. I cry every episode. I laugh. I cry. I want to pee myself.
Oh, I love that. Well,
You know, you do what you got to do in today's times.
yes. So basically a little bit about the TV show. So Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist is about a young woman who basically hears the internal thoughts of others presented as like songs that only she can hear.
They're heart songs.
They're heart songs. So she basically hears them singing, but no one around her hears them singing. And also, she sees them dancing. So they have like these really intricate dance model, or what do they call them? Dance montages?
Breaks? Dance breaks?
Yeah. So it's really fun. And so she's basically able to see and hear them sing and dance and then help them solve their problem.
So good. It's so good. I'm tearing up like right now just thinking about it, because that last episode,
and that last episode is the reason for my for both of my picks. Okay. So I'm just going to dive in.
Go.
So the last episode featured, and if you don't care about spoilers, we're giving spoilers of TV shows and movies. So whatever, this is a book channel. So last episode, Zoe was interacting with someone who was deaf, and this deaf person sang a song through communicating this American Sign Language. And it was like this instrumental music piece. It was so beautifully done. And that just inspired me to go pick up a book, which I now am recommending to you guys to read. Now I'm going to turn my screen off of the green screen because this beautiful AudioShelf logo is in the back, because this is what happens to the book because the ring is in green.
Impossible AudioShelf.
So I'm going to turn my green screen off. All right. So this book is called Impossible Music by Sean Williams. So what I did not know about this book is it's an Australian author, and it takes place in Australia.
Oh, wow.
And it's about this young man who has a stroke at a very young age, and he is left deaf. And he is very resistant to this idea of communicating through sign language. In Australia, it's not called American Sign Language, obviously. It's like Australian Sign Language. And I think they have a name for it. Auslan. It's called Auslan.
Oh, that's pretty.
And that's the type of language that the deaf community speaks or uses. So basically, he's very resistant to the deaf culture. He doesn't want to learn sign language. He's very tortured about the fact that, oh my God, I just lost my hearing. So he invents this type of music to communicate with others, and it's called impossible music. It's just phenomenal. Like he allows everyone, whether they're hearing or not, to hear the same and to feel the same music, because music is a universal language.
Yes.
And that is why watching Zoe, it just makes me think like, oh my God, I need a book that really represents this idea of music being a universal language, and then how everyone can connect to it on the same level. And also it's about a deaf young man, and in the last episode of Zoe, there was a deaf young woman.
Yes.
So that just really inspired me to pick up this book. I am currently on page 121, and I started it last night.
Dang.
I'm never that fast.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
So yes, I strongly recommend Impossible Music.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh
yes.
My God, I'm so excited about that.
So you can go.
Okay, so mine is the TV show that is currently taking over the world. It's not aging well. Tiger King.
Oh my God. I love it.
So Tiger King, if you guys have not watched it, there's not going to be spoilers, because I don't even know what could be a spoiler in there. Because it's so freaking weird.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
But basically, Tiger King is about this guy named Joe Exotic who has his own personal zoo, and then there's also Carol Baskins.
Ooh, Carol Baskins. Effing Carol Baskins.
Who, she has a tiger sanctuary, as she calls it. And she is trying to get Joe Exotic and all of the other personal zoos shut down, and to stop breeding the tigers for sale, which is a very noble cause, but I think Carol goes about it all wrong. And then you have like a bunch of other players who like basically do the same thing as Joe Exotic, and it's about like they're creepy and like
it's insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah. And they have like all these other animals and stuff. So my book recommendation is going to be Fierce Kingdom by Jen Phillips.
Oh, what a good one. Oh my God.
Carol Baskins. Yeah.
Effing Carol Baskins.
Effing Carol Baskins. So Fierce Kingdom is about a mom and her child that are trapped in a zoo after a active mass shooter comes into the zoo at dusk and starts picking people off, and also starts killing the animals too. So it basically reminded me of Tiger King, not because of a focus on tigers or anything like that, but because the shooter reminds me of all of the freaking crazy adults. They're supposed to be adults in Tiger King.
Yes.
Reminds me of them because they're just insane, heartless, just gross individuals. And then the mom, Joan, in Fierce Kingdom reminds me of all the tigers who are just trying to survive and thrive and be strong for
protect their own.
Their pack. I don't know what's a pack of tigers called. It's not a pride because lions are prides.
Lions are prides. A pack of tigers.
A litter?
A litter?
I don't know.
A roar?
A roar?
I don't know.
Not a should be if it's not a should be. But anyway, yeah, so Fierce Kingdom is fierce, and it just makes you feel like, you know, kind of, you know, these people are complete bat, and you have the tigers that are completely innocent and they are just trying to live.
Yes. Fierce Kingdom is such a good book.
It really, really is. Yeah. The ending is a little bit wacky.
Suspect.
I am not a fan of ambiguous endings. I do not like filling in my own. I like the author to spell it out for me how she envisioned it.
Yes.
But other than that, the book, the story, the characters are phenomenal.
That's amazing. I love it. All right. So my next book is based off a little bit about Zoe and This Is Us.
Oh God.
So obviously,
you have a tier sandwich going on.
I know. So y'all know I love some This Is Us. I just can't stop it. I can't stop it. So basically, I can't quit you. So basically, me and Eddie Eddie and I, we finished This Is Us the last season, and it was very sad because Rebecca is getting Alzheimer's. So we are just like, Oh my God.
Can this family not catch a freaking break?
They can't.
Every single time. Every single time.
They cannot. And so Rebecca's getting Alzheimer's and the kids are like fighting. And, you know, one of them's trying to take care of her in a way of taking her to like this treatment center. The other one was like, no, let her live her life. She hasn't had that long. So it's just, they're all conflicted. And also because of Zoe, because Zoe in Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist is a caretaker. Well, her mom's the primary caretaker, but Zoe does take care of her father who has a muscular dystrophy.
It's a neurological disorder, a rare neurological disorder, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it affects like he can't communicate. He can't affects his muscles. It affects basically everything. Mm-hmm. And so this book that I found on my shelf, because we were sent an arc of it, I was like, I have to read it. Like I'm feeling the This Is Us Alzheimer's. I'm feeling the caretaking responsibilities of the child. I'm feeling a lot. So it's called, I'm going to do that, The Space Between Lost and Found by Sandy Stark McGinnis.
This is the middle grade?
This is middle grade.
Ooh.
I'm very excited. It's very tiny, so I'm very excited. I am almost done. I have a couple more pages left.
My God.
But I know it's crazy. It's crazy. This quarantine is making me read.
Quarantina.
So Quarantina. That should be my drag name. So basically, this book is about a very young lady. Her name is Cassie, and her mother has early onset Alzheimer's, and she has to deal with this. And she basically, you watch this young girl, middle school, grow up way too fast, like way too fast.
Oh, yeah.
And so the first chapter, the mom forgets her name. She forgets Cassie's name. I was in tears. I was like, what am I doing to myself? What am I doing to myself?
You're doing yourself wrong. Or right, depending on the emotions that you want to feel.
I just drink when I have emotions.
That's a problem.
So yes, this is why I want to recommend this book. It's so good. I'm not a huge middle grade fan, but I'm really loving it because it's written as if everyone can relate. Mm-hmm. And that's what I really love about this topic, about this decision to write about this through this young girl's perspective. It's good.
Well, like 9 out of 10 people, that's a random statistic I just made up.
Okay, good.
Experienced a loved one going through dementia or Alzheimer's and realizing that they have forgotten who you are. And it's heartbreaking. It's
so terrible. It's so sad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So my second one, moving away from the emotions that you feel, is You Season 2.
Tell me why.
Okay, so I know that You Season 2 has a second book called Hidden Bodies. I know it's based on that one. But you, Brad, have told me that it sucks. So I'm obviously not going to read that one.
Okay.
I really liked You Season 2. So I was like, why don't I just like find a different book that I think people who have watched You Season 2, instead of going and reading Hidden Bodies and comparing it, you pick up this book instead. And I am recommending The Wives by Taryn Fisher.
Oh, that's good. Why? Ooh, why?
So The Wives by Taryn Fisher is about Thursday, who is in love with her husband, but unfortunately she shares him with 2 other women. They are in a polygamist marriage, and stuff starts going off the rails very, very quickly. My screen is going like so dark. Let me get closer to it. Things go off the rails very, very quickly for Thursday, and she is gaslit. She is a stalker. She's an escape artist. She is just completely unreliable. And that's how I felt when I was watching You Season 2. Like, I just felt like at points, Joe was gaslit by some people. He was obviously a stalker. And he was just unreliable in the way that, like, you want to feel for him. Like, it's such a weird story and TV show effect of, like, you feel for this guy. You like Joe, even though he's a problem and he has mental issues. But you're still rooting for him. And that's kind of the same thing with The Wives, is that you're always rooting for Thursday, even though something is amiss.
Something a little off.
Yeah,
it's a little off.
Something's weird here. You don't know what it is, Obviously in You season 2, you know what it is, but like you still aren't sure to the extent at a certain point if Joe is telling the truth or if he is actually still the same person. And so I feel like with Thursday and Joe, they would have a real messed up relationship. But
Ooh, I think they would be a real good fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like two crazy stalkers put together who gaslight and get gaslit. Like, it's crazy. And so that's why I recommend The Wives for people who enjoyed You season 2.
That is real good. That's real good.
I like it.
All right, so this is another TV show, but I'm moving into things I'm going to add on my TBR that I hope everyone else would add on their TBR.
Yeah.
So I'm 2 episodes away from finishing the 5th and final season of Orphan Black.
Shut the front door.
Yes. Me and Eddie have been binging it for 2 days now. And it's been so long. We watch Orphan Black every season from 1 through 4 with you when you were watching it. But when the 5th season came out, I don't know if it's because Eddie and I moved into the new house and we just didn't our pattern came out of whack because of watching TV shows. I don't know. But it took way too long.
You haven't really been texting me about this. Like, I kind of had a feeling when you were like, Crystal's my favorite clone. But you still haven't. And then her poking her eye. But like, you.
Girl, that eye thing, I was traumatized. She literally broke the stem off a damn wine glass and shoved it in her eye.
Yeah.
And she was like this.
Oh,
she cut them damn nerves.
She's crazy. She crazy.
Oh my God. So if you don't know what Orphan Black is about, it's about clones.
Where have you been?
It is about clones. It is basically acting magic. Tatiana Maslany is amazing. She is literally, when she dances, there's this scene in the final season when she's dancing with all of her clones and they all have different dance moves.
It's crazy.
Like that is masterful.
It's insane.
And tell me why she did not win any Emmy Awards. Tell me.
No, she won one.
Did she?
Did she?
For lead acting?
Yeah, I thought so.
Maybe she did. Maybe you can add that below somewhere. I don't know. But tell me why she didn't win all the damn awards.
Right? How come she wasn't in every single award ceremony as the only woman in the category?
So basically, Orphan Black is about a set of clones who are basically trying to survive. And there's these evil secret operations that are trying to take them down and basically use their DNA to create more clones and manipulate literally everyone in the world. Take it for the world.
And I will just say that you all know that Brad hates science.
I do. I hate science.
And he does not like science fiction stuff.
The only EMC equals squared that I know is Mariah Carey's album.
Oh, yep, there you go. That's the science he's got. But he watches Orphan Black, and it's a glory day.
I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but I like it.
Nobody does except for science.
So the book that I'm recommending is Half-Life by Lillian Clark. So the reason why I'm recommending Half-Life is, number one, it's an arc. So this comes out June 9th, 2020. So in about 3.5 months.
Oh God, don't remind me.
And it is about clones. So basically this young woman named Lucille she finds herself in this secretive operation of this company that clones people. And her clone that is made from her is called Lucy. So it's Lucille and Lucy. That's going to get real confusing.
It's going to get real confusing.
But when the operation comes to a close, Lucille finds out that they don't want to get rid of Lucy like they promised.
Who do they want to get rid of?
Nobody. I'm assuming, because I haven't read it, but that's what the back says.
I'm assuming.
But they don't. But so basically, Lucille and Lucy team up to take down this corporation. So it's
insane.
Clones.
That is so perfect. That is
the
perfect book. Oh my God.
Isn't it? Lillian Clark, Half-Life.
So
cannot wait.
Oh my God.
Cannot wait.
So my third book is, it's going to be a recommendation after I watched A Nasty Piece of Work, which is a Hulu Into the Dark movie.
What'd you just call me?
Right? You're
A nasty piece of work.
You're a nasty piece of work, okay? So, A Nasty Piece of Work is a movie that's a part of the Into the Dark series, which is like a movie series that the Blumhouse producers make for each holiday in the calendar year. So, there's about 12 movies each time. So this is a part of the second season of that movie series, and it is for Christmas. Basically, the book that I have found that I have added to my TBR because I am real interested in it, and it's a new release, is All Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Urban.
Ooh, that title alone tells me that you're gonna like it.
Yes. So the book is about a group of teens that are invited to a scholarship dinner, and they're tasked with picking someone to kill or else they all die.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. It's a teen thriller.
I'm loving that.
While I haven't read this one, it is on my TBR because just the description alone reminds me of A Nasty Piece of Work. And A Nasty Piece of Work is basically, like I said, the Christmas installment of the Into the Dark film series. It's two battling co-workers that are invited along with their wives to the boss's house and must compete in a twisted game in order to win a promotion.
Oh my God, I need this.
I just got to tell you, so Ted from Schitt's Creek is one of the coworkers, and he's a douchebag, and it's amazing. It is beautiful. And then Clementine from Westworld, which you've watched Westworld.
Oh, I know Clementine.
Clementine is one of the wives. She is basically the protagonist's wife.
What? And that's an audiobook.
A Nasty Piece of Work is on Hulu. It's a movie.
Okay,
I totally recommend. And then
is the book that you're recommending out already?
Yes.
Ooh.
But it's a new release, so I don't know if it has an audiobook yet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it sounds so good. So that's why it's on my TBR, and it reminds me so much of that movie, and I really, really liked that movie. Twisted.
Oh my goodness.
Fantasy.
I cannot wait.
You gotta
watch. Wait. All right. So, my next. I'm sorry. I almost picked up my mic as my drink. So my fourth and final book is based off the TV show because I just finished the 7th and final season of Veep.
Oh.
On HBO.
Yes.
So, I took a break from Veep because I was like, you know what? This world, this political climate, I had about enough of it.
Enough. Enough.
So I was like, you know what? I need to finish it. It's only, I think it was 7 episodes deep. I was like, I can knock that out in a night, which I did. And I loved it. However, I did not like the ending too much. But we already talked about that. I don't like how they just killed her.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the book that I'm recommending to be added onto mine and everyone else's TBR is coming out in May. So this it has a month left till it comes out. And it's probably going to be my next read after I finish the 2 books that I recommended earlier, The Space Between Lost and Found and Impossible Music. But this is called Running.
Ooh, yes.
I know.
Remember this book.
This is called Running by Natalia Sylvester. And it's basically about Mariana, and her father is running for president. And there's some scandal that happens, and she's behind the scandal. So her father and his campaign manager has to deal with it. So it's so good. And it's perfect. It's light. It's YA. And I think this is going to be the perfect kind of thing to transition to after not wanting to do anything political to watching something funny that was political with Veep. And now I'm reading something that's, light and fun but still serious in a way because this book promotes diversity. It's written by Own Voices. So it's an Own Voices author. I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm recommending this.
Oh, awesome. It looks super fun and the perfect toe dip to get you back in the political pond.
Mm.
We don't want to be in that pond. It's polluted. Anyway, my fourth book is, I've been watching a lot of like food reality shows. So I'm currently like on the third celebrity installment of Worst Cooks in America with Carson Kressley. He's in it. Yeah, I don't know how far he went because I'm only on the first episode. And then I also finished Nailed It season, I don't know what,
4?
season 4? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my book recommendation is an old faithful one.
Ooh.
Heartless by Marissa Meyer.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. Why?
So basically, Heartless, if you have not read it or listened to it yet, it's about the Queen of Hearts before she's the Queen of Hearts, when she is just a young girl with dreams, before she becomes the head-cutting, loving Queen of Hearts. So basically, in there, she has the dream of owning a bakery, and she's a very, very good baker. Which it makes it funny because all these people are horrible cooks and bakers. So why?
She makes a good tart.
She makes a real good tart. And none of the people that I have watched in any of these shows make a good anything. So basically, it makes sense for me to choose a book that is about what these people who go on these shows aspire to be, which is a really great baker. And we got our baker in Heartless.
I love that. That is perfect. You had some good books.
You had some good books.
We had some good books.
We had some great books.
You want to talk about books?
Let's talk. It's book time.
Man.
Reading is great.
So, I think we did a real good job. I hope everyone here that's listening and watching picks up these books that we've suggested and talked about today.
Hopefully they've made it this far in our weird, janky little virtual world.
Yes, girl, this Corona gots to go.
I can't with you. I cannot. But I agree wholeheartedly. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this installment of our virtual world. We are so happy that you could join us, and we hope that some of the books that we recommended you pick up, or that you have already read and can sound off in the comments if you agree or disagree with us. And also let us know what you're watching, what you're listening to, what you're reading. We are very interested and want to know. You can follow along with us on our various social medias. We are on Twitter at AudioShelfMe, Instagram at AudioShelfMe, and Facebook at AudioShelf. And please subscribe. I know that's Brad's line usually, but...
Oh, yes, please, subscribe!
I was on a roll, so just sushied it all together.
Oh, man. So until next time, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Stay inside.